How do you know when a python is angry? What does it do?
It bit the out of me. Yeah. I came across a pretty crazy satanic ritual and sacrifice in the middle of the Everglades that was investigated by the police. Yeah. We had the idea of suggesting to people to eat the eggs straight out of the iguana while they're out doing the iguana hunt. They always, after they eat it, they'll ask me or my guys, they'll be like, how many times have you guys done it? And we all tell them, we've never done that nasty shit. You're crazy, buddy.
And here we are at McFarland Fab Shop for Let's Be RONest. Be sure to like and subscribe on Nitto or Driving Line. And we're about to start the show, and we have one hell of a guest from out here in Florida, Python Cowboy.
Yes, sir.
And what a name, Python Cowboy. Mind you, I'm from Houston, so when you hear cowboy and python, looks like we got some race cars going on outside. When you hear the words python and cowboy, right? I have this picture of you riding a python. Who is Python Cowboy and what do you do?
Wrangling pythons
Wrangling.
and critters, invasive species, all kind of other stuff, and it's definitely can get a little wild.
How did all of this start? I mean, what'd you do? Wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm bored today. What's the biggest snake I can mess around with? How did all this happen, Python Cowboy? Obviously, your name is Mike Kimmel?
Yeah, Mike Kimmel. Yep, yes, sir. Better known as Python Cowboy. And I've always been into snakes and wild critters ever since a kid. I had pythons, boas. I even had poison dart frogs at one time. Like you named it, I had it. And if I didn't, I tried to go out and catch it and turn it into a pet.
How old were you?
I mean, I'm a Florida boy, so 6 years old.
Oh, wow, nice.
Pretty quick. It just kind of grew from there, really. And I grew up actually on a sailboat.
Oh.
For a handful of years, we sailed from Florida to South America and back.
Wow.
Living on the sailboat, and I think that kind of started my need for adventure. It just grew from there. Started my business, Martin County Trap and Wildlife Rescue. And
how old were you when you started that?
That was maybe 15 years or so ago, in my 20s.
What gave you the idea that you can make a living wrestling or wrangling in pythons? I mean, how did...
My goal to start wasn't, everyone told me you're not going to make money doing any of that. But for me, I wanted to do it. I enjoyed doing it. So I'd work all day and I'd go out and try to further my
What'd
business.
you do before?
Build my business. I was plumber.
Oh, you were a plumber?
Big underground
Pipes,
plumbing. Yes, sir.
Python, one and the same?
Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Exactly. And, it just really, I saw the need for it. I felt the passion for it, something I always wanted to do. And really, I think what started all was I wanted more areas to do it. I wanted more places to hunt. And I wanted people to allow me to come on their property and catch hogs or shoot their iguanas. And then I started to realize that, hey, I can actually make a living doing this. Why don't I, pursue that? And it wasn't easy. Don't get me wrong. Years and years I struggled. That's how I started. I currently take the invasive species and turn them into leather products on top of removing them. And that was a necessity in the beginning. I had to wring every dollar I could out of an iguana or out of a snake or anything I did. I was selling the meat. I was selling the skin. I was getting paid for the removal. And, there's a lot that went into it. It's hard to make money off wildlife and invasive species.
How many years have you been doing this?
Full time, over maybe 12 years or so now.
Oh, wow.
So, but it was a challenge to get there. It's been since I've been a little kid, essentially. Working, building, learning is a big part of it. And I think what really set it off was when the state hired me to be one of their first python hunters.
Really?
So they started a python pilot program. It was just like a test program to see.
How'd you find that out?
I was doing an iguana removal, and FWC was called out, and one of the officers was like, "Hey, there's this python program coming up. I think you'd be a great apply for it." And I did. I was one of the first people they hired. And
Were you still doing plumbing?
No.
Oh,
This is after that. And so the first year, the state projected that we would catch 60 pythons. That was the goal, for us to catch 60 pythons, show there's a problem in the Everglades. We caught 1,000 pythons in that first year.
1,000
Yes, sir.
pythons in
Yes,
one
sir.
year?
So it went from a pilot program to a multi-million-dollar funded program because of the work of me and other guys. You know, we were out there every day grinding, trying to find these pythons, figuring it out as we go. You know, it was very new back then. That Python program has grown, you know, hugely since then. And it's a very important thing. You know, these pythons are eating our native wildlife, decimating them. You know, they say 90 to 99% of our small fur-bearing game has been wiped out because of the python. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's overdevelopment, poor water management, and you throw this invasive predator on top of it. It's just a recipe for disaster. It's like a nail in the coffin.
Obviously, do you ever think when you started this, right? Did you ever think that you could die from being? I mean, did it ever occur to you that, you know?
No.
Oh, really?
I mean, you know, you could die on your way to the boat ramp driving your truck. So it's not something I think about like that. I'm confident in myself, my skills, my knowledge. It's all like with the pythons, for example, it's all about knowing their body language, how they react. Once you know a snake pretty well, catching a 17-footer isn't a huge deal. I mean, granted, you'll see a video of me getting bit where I almost bleed to death, but you know that's a rarity. Don't get bit. So that day was a learning lesson.
What are some of the invasive species, if you can list them off, right? That you're hunting out in the field?
Pythons, iguanas, feral hogs. We've seen a bunch of parakeets pulling in here. We remove parakeets as well.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Egyptian geese, Muscovy ducks, tegus, Nile monitors, Mexican spiny-tailed iguanas, Cuban nitinoles, amoebas, a little bit of chameleons. They're not so bad, but they are an invasive species.
Oh, wow.
And invasive fish. I mean, the list goes on. We do bow fishing for those. It's
when you go on a hunt, is there any are you focused on a particular animal or whatnot?
usually, usually I'll be on a specific removal where a community or a farm has called me out to remove a hog, or I'm hunting in the Everglades because I'm specifically looking for a python. Now, if I come across an iguana or something out there, I'll remove it as well. But usually I have like a specific goal I'm after, and anything else is just bonus. Now, I do guided hunts as well where I take people out.
I saw that.
And if I take someone out where, it's an iguana hunt, we're focusing on iguanas, but we may get Egyptian geese, Muscovy ducks. I'm not going to say, oh, no, we're not hunting that today.
Equal opportunity hunter.
We don't discriminate. Yes, sir. We don't discriminate.
What's the largest python you've ever you've captured?
So the largest one I've captured still to this date is that one that bit me. I've caught a bunch close to that, but still haven't broken that. It was 17 foot, 7 inches.
17 foot, 7 inches.
135 pounds. And that 135 pounds is important because it didn't have a meal. It didn't.
And you're it.
It didn't have any eggs inside, so that's just solid muscle. That's solid snake.
It was hungry.
It was hungry, and it was pretty angry. Yeah. And at the time I was about 135 pounds, so it was a fair fight.
How do you know when a python is angry? What does it do?
It bit the shit out of me. Yeah.
Where did it bite you? On the ass?
No. I wasn't running away from it. So.
Okay.
The snake was trying to get away
Tell
from
me the story. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wait.
Get me all fired up over here. So, I'm out there hunting for pythons. I'm actually out on I got a little 14-foot John boat and a old 2-stroke tiller I borrowed from a buddy that barely works. And I'm getting up on the islands out there looking for pythons. I know right now is a good time of year to find a big female looking to breed. And so I'm up there on the island searching, and I come across the tail end of a snake that I could tell is the biggest snake I've ever seen. Huge monsters. My heart starts to get going, which in that situation, I'm not saying I'm some courageous guy, but it's not so much I'm worried about the snake. I'm worried about losing this snake. This snake is very powerful. It can get the upper hand where it'll drag you in the swamp and there's nothing you can do, and you just got to let it go. I've never lost a python I've seen, so, I'm not trying to start this day, especially on the biggest snake I've ever seen. So I'm trying to look for this head. I can't see this head. It's nestled in all the grass. It's like thick maiden cane. And it starts to slip away. I can see it's starting to go off the backside of the island. So I grab the tail end of the snake, grab it. It's pulling me with it. I'm not stopping it. It's
135 pounds versus 135 pounds.
Well, they use leverage. They get entangled in the weeds and trees, and they use their body where you just can't gain on them. You're pulling a tree now. So, it's making its way through. It's starting to pull me. I dig my heels into the limestone, and I'm able to stop the snake. I'm not gaining on it, but I got the snake stopped. And this is kind of my goal, is to get that snake stopped. I know if that snake stops, at the very least, it's going to put it into defense mode, where it's going to bring that head around back to me, probably trying to strike at me, but I need to get a hold of that head. If I don't get that head, I don't have the snake. You have to get the head. So here it comes around. It's starting to strike. A snake that big is pretty slow. So I'm, kind of dodging these strikes. It's nothing major.
Oh, it's striking you.
And you can see all this on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So it's striking. I'm dodging the strikes. It's slow, but this snake is,
bobbing and weaving. Yeah.
Yes, sir. The swamp Muhammad Ali. And so, I can tell it's striking at me, all that, but this snake is old and it's smart. And it strikes at me, and instead of recoiling back, striking again like they do, it recoils a little bit and comes with like a quick little jab that I wasn't expecting, and it got me on the arm. Now, it's not a strong bite, but their teeth are so sharp, it needs to just barely touch you, and it goes right in.
So he's holding on to you.
Well, so that's my biggest fear, especially with a snake that big, I'm out there by myself.
You went by yourself?
So if that snake latches onto you and wraps you, you're in very bad shape. The snakes are extremely strong. It's awkward strength, where if they get around you, you can't get them off. But other than that, you can have good control of it, if that makes sense. They're only strong where they coil, essentially.
Yeah.
So I got very lucky that this snake didn't latch on. I don't know if it's a defensive bite. I don't know if maybe when it bit me, this is happening so quick. I don't know if maybe when it bit me, as soon as it bit me, I grabbed it. I don't know if maybe when I grabbed it, I was able to just very luckily work it off in the right way. But essentially when it bit me, I grabbed it and it came right off, which was, a miracle, essentially. So I now have the snake by the head. I'm spraying blood everywhere. It didn't get an artery, but it got two main veins coming off an artery. So, I'm spraying blood. My heart's pounding like I've never seen my blood come out of my body. And at this point,
what are you thinking?
Well, at this point, I'm not so much thinking like I'm gonna bleed to death. I'm thinking I'm probably not gonna bleed to death. I would probably clot, but I'm worried about how much blood I'm losing and how hot it is. My heart pounding, me exerting myself, that I'm gonna black out. You black out, what's this snake gonna do? It's probably gonna coil around me and finish me off. Whether it can swallow me or not, it's gonna defend itself and kill me. So I'm just really focusing on my breathing, trying not to fight with this snake as much as I can while I'm fighting with it.
So you're calm and collected.
Doing my best, yep.
Oh.
I am. I actually stay pretty calm. And so I have this snake by the head. I'm just trying to keep it, from getting on top of me without exerting myself. It's striking at me a little bit while I still have it in my hand. And I have a snake bag I brought to put whatever snake I found in the bag. Well, this snake's way too big to fit in the bag. So I use the bag as a tourniquet. I'm able to kind of tie off my arm, cinch that down, and that helped the bleeding a lot, kind of relax me a little bit. From there, I got to get this snake back to my boat. It's still alive. My gun is on my boat.
So you're in the water.
I'm not in the water.
Oh.
I'm on an island up out of the water.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep. So now I got to drag this 130-pound, dead weight, which these snakes are cold-blooded. So, like, a lot of people don't understand. After you fight with this thing for 15 minutes or so.
So you've been fighting with this?
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
After that amount of time, that snake is done.
Ooh.
I could lay it on the ground and it's just going to lay there. It's totally exhausted itself. It's almost in like a coma. So it's just dragging a dead body at that point. Of course, I still got to hold the head. I don't want to risk it biting me or something crazy. Drag it back to my boat, get it on my boat, throw it in a bin, able to take a little bit of a breather.
So you won the fight.
I won the fight.
Law of attrition.
I'm here today.
Yeah. Of course he won the fight. So
we couldn't get the snake on the interview, so we got him instead.
So in the story, right? So it bit you once. Use the pack as a tourniquet, right? Where are you shoving this 135, or you're dragging the whole thing whole?
Driving the whole thing, yeah, like dragging it behind me. So I got it up on my shoulder. I got the head here, and I'm just walking forward with,
That's the technique, holding the head.
12 feet of it dragging behind me,
Okay.
essentially. Yeah, dragging it by the head. You always want to control that head.
Yeah.
Otherwise, by the time I get back to the boat, that snake might regain a little bit, and now I got to recapture it again.
And so, how long till you finally got it on the boat? 135 pounds, like dragging a dead body.
Yeah.
Through the rough. But go on.
Thankfully, these islands, it's not like they're huge islands. Maybe I had to drag it 100 yards back to the boat. So it wasn't anything crazy. I mean, at that point, I'm exhausted, and it was a challenge, but it's not like I'm dragging this thing miles by any means.
When you get bit by a python, all you have to do is stop the bleeding. There's no chance. Pythons are not venomous?
Correct. They're not venomous,
Oh,
no.
okay. So it's just a knife fight.
Yeah, bunch of needles. It's got 2 rows. I actually wish I have its head freeze dried in my truck.
Oh, wow.
You're going to yell at me for not bringing it. But they got 2 rows of teeth on the top, and then, a row on the bottom where they got like over 100 teeth in their mouth. And they're all these really sharp needles, and they're recurved, they're pointed backwards.
Yeah, like a fishing hook.
So that's the, when I take people out on these guided hunts, I'm like, my 2 pieces of advice I give you are don't hesitate when you go for the grab, commit to it. And if it bites you, don't yank your hand away.
Yeah, because it'll rip that skin right out.
All you're going to do is make it worse. You're either going to make that snake latch on and it's going to come with you, or you're going to rip your hand out, and now you got teeth stuck in your hand. More than likely, you'll rip the python's teeth out of its face. And I tell you right now, having teeth in your hand, especially like if it's in your knuckles or something, it'll bother you for months. It's no fun at all.
So you get back on the boat with this great catch.
Yes, sir.
Right?
I send my wife a picture of me covered in blood. She's still to this day mad about that.
So you have the head in your truck all the time?
No, I just brought it for the event we're doing here.
That was the hairiest thing you've ever done in the hunting? Especially, what were you thinking going by yourself? Were you doing this by yourself?
Yeah, I always hunt by myself, especially back then. No, nobody wanted to go with me,
hey, you want to go hunting some pythons with me? Yeah, let's go. I could get wrapped around and choked out.
All my buddies thought there was something wrong with me. So.
You know, it's funny watching your videos, right? I was just like, I used to be, a python, really? You're gonna go hunting? I was just like, yeah, I'd go with you, no problem. Especially
Some people are crazier than others, I guess.
so you. I know. That's why most of the people we have on this show are a bunch of psychopaths. So
There
it
you
works
go.
out great. So you finally get back. Do you feel lightheaded or anything? Or?
Oh yeah, I was lightheaded the whole. That's why I was worried about blacking out. It's like I can feel myself, toting that line a little bit.
So after it happened, we were like, yeah.
You can see in the YouTube video, you see me. I have a big box on my boat just in case I catch a monster. Usually it's just for
a
storage.
monster.
Usually it's just for storage, but today I needed it, so I
Hucked them in there.
grabbed some stuff out while I have it by the head, threw it in there, and I laid on the lid of it and just like, thank you, God, like took a breather, recollected myself, drank some water, and then I had to catch it again, pull it back out, and I shot it.
So what was your pain scale from 1 to 10?
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one.
I can't even remember the pain really in the moment. There's
But how
so
about-
much going on. The python hurts. It does hurt though.
But after the adrenaline wore off, do you remember like a 1 to 10?
Yeah, it felt like my arm got shut in a car door, like ran over by a car. So I was helping do some behind the scenes filming with Swamp People, helping them with their show. And I remember specifically for like a week during my whole time, my whole arm was black and blue, like big trauma to it. And it's just all from all those needles,
Got some cars going on out there.
all those teeth going in and just, puncturing the muscle and just causing damage essentially.
Wow.
But it's not like the wound itself isn't, like people always ask to see the scar and it's like, it's just a bunch of little dots from the teeth. It's not like a shark bite or something cool,
Did you see a doctor?
No, getting bit by a python is really freaking cool. I'll give you that.
No, did you get checked out after?
No, I don't go to the doctor for much, so.
Oh no, just no python biting you.
What are the chances? We're talking 135 pounds, 17 feet long, right?
17.7.
17.
Don't short me on that 7 now.
inches.
Come on. It was the record for a little while.
How long ago was this?
Like 5 years ago.
What is the record?
4 years ago.
What is the
4.
record?
The record now is 19 foot. It weighs less, and it was caught by 5 people.
Oh, that
So-
makes you the man.
I'll
did
just
it.
throw that out there.
You know what? It's a lot like racing, actually. I did this by myself,
There you go.
bleeding bloody hell.
Yes, sir.
Oh my gosh. So there's no other crazy occurrences beside that.
Oh yeah, I mean I've had all kind of stuff.
Name one that matches to that.
I came across a pretty crazy satanic ritual and sacrifice in the middle of the Everglades that was
way.
investigated by the police. Yeah.
No way.
Yes, sir. That's another video on my YouTube channel.
Wow, you got people going out in the middle of the Everglades.
So there wasn't anyone there at the time. They were definitely still out there. It seemed like because
Swamp people.
When I was leaving, I heard gunshots and some like other sketchy stuff. But yeah, you could tell that there was. So what I first found is to lay it out. It's an abandoned space rocket facility in the middle of the Everglades. So it's already a very like kind of crazy place. No one's allowed out there. It's behind locked gates. You can go out there on the main road and fish. You're not allowed to go in the buildings, nothing like that. And especially back then when this happened, there was nobody going out there. And I was out there in the middle of the night hunting pythons. And
By yourself?
No, I actually had this time. I had,
Finally wised up a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, I had 2 people with me.
Oh,
which
nice. Good job.
They quickly wanted to leave. I kept pressing on. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't get out of the truck after so long.
Don't be a pussy. Go ahead.
But so the first thing I found was this big like upside down wooden cross on like a big pile of rocks where there's like a doll underneath it with its eyeballs ripped out.
Oh gosh.
And a ash upside down cross on its forehead.
Oh gosh.
Which, when this is all happened, I'm like, some kids are out here doing some dumb graffiti. Who knows what? And I go and I pick up the doll, and the doll, which is pretty strange, doll had a red scarlet snake around its neck live, which is just like strange that the snake's just hanging around this doll's neck, you know? And so I thought that's pretty weird, and I drive on from there. It's a huge complex. Like, this is an old government facility from the Cold War. And as I'm driving, there's a 50-foot spray painted in red saying in Latin. Later, we translated it towards he's watching, turn around, run, hide.
Oh, shit.
So, you know, not your average, you know, kid messing around knows Latin. And we proceed on into this facility, which this is like 10 miles back into the Everglades, where anyone else would have to go on foot. I have keys. No one else does. So, you know, there's a lot that went into this. And as we get into some more of these like abandoned buildings, kind of like this, big concrete buildings, you see there's all kind of satanic stuff, sayings. In one of them, there is a 50-foot pentagram painted in the middle with a chair with 3 legs. I don't know why it was just stuck out to me. And you could tell that something was sacrificed at the chair. There was blood, and there was a bunch of other stuff, you know, without getting too dark. But it was, you know, something that the police took seriously, came out, investigated, and nothing much came from it. But, you know.
What is the most ferocious animal that you've ever hunted?
Man, probably some of these wild boar hogs, to be honest.
Really?
With you.
Yeah, we got the same problem in Houston.
You know, I catch them with the dogs. We find that's a little bit more successful for us, a little more effective where we are. And some of these ones we come across are just as mean as it absolutely gets.
Even after you shoot them behind the head.
Well, so a lot of them we'll catch when we catch alive. We tie them up, and I have a pen at my house where I'm licensed to hold them and sell them as livestock. So I'll usually catch them alive and bring them back to my facility. So, you know, we're catching them, dealing with them alive, turning them loose alive. And 9 times out of 10, you turn them loose, they're coming right for you, and they want to eat you up. And they will mess you up. You know, they're worth noting, you know, which a lot of people don't think about. And Nile monitors is another real bad one.
A what?
A Nile monitor.
What's a Nile monitor?
It's like a Komodo dragon, basically. It's
that was another nickname for you, Dragon Slayer.
Dragon Slayer, yeah, I'll take that for sure. I think that comes from the iguanas.
So, a Komodo dragon, what's so crazy about them?
Well, it's not a Komodo dragon, but it's like, that's what everyone knows is the Komodo dragon. It's a Nile monitor. So they're from Africa, not the island of Komodo. And, you know, Komodo dragons get like 12 foot or more. These get maybe like 8 foot, which is still a massive animal. And they're just very, very aggressive, very quick, agile. The first one I caught, I'm used to, you know, where you can grab an alligator, an iguana, a python, anything right by the neck, and you have it, you know. You might have to grab its tail to hold it and contain it, but you got it at that point. The first Nile monitor I grabbed, which is like 6 foot, I grabbed it by that head, grabbed it by the body, and this thing started tornadoing, like where it's going to spin its own head off of his body, and you just can't contain it. Like, it's instantly loose, trying to climb back up on you, bite you, tail whip you, claw you. And they're like contortionists. They can fold in on themselves. So they're just very hard to wrangle, to catch. And they can be pretty mean.
We actually had a question behind us, but what would you do if you ran across a water moccasin?
We do all the time on our guided hunts. And it's kind of like a cheap trick for me, for the clients. I pick it up and I show it, and they like are mind blown that I'm touching a water moccasin. But it's like any snake. You know how to handle it. You can read its behavior. Some moccasins I come across, I'll just know, like, I don't want to mess with that thing. That thing is going to bite the shit out of me.
And it's venomous.
They're venomous, yes, sir.
If you get bit by it, will you die?
Probably not, but you're going to have a very, very rough day. Very, very rough. If you have a chance of dying, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't, like, not go to the hospital. But I know someone that got bit by a water moccasin on their ass. They were stuck in an airboat. They couldn't do nothing about it, so they had to ride it out, and he's living to this day.
Your first aid kit on the boat, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have directives on what to do? Like, oh, we got bit by a moccasin or a copperhead. Oh, we're gonna need to inject you with this.
Like, what do you mean, like a pamphlet or
No,
something?
like you have a vial or something.
No,
at-
so I wish we could carry antivenom like that.
Oh.
Antivenom's like 80 grand a vial. It's
Oh.
and it's just hard to get. It's even hospitals are usually like they might have to get some from another hospital to treat you. So it's just not something like you just go pick up and keep with you.
So if you were to ever get bit by a copperhead or a water moccasin, you just got to ride it out.
You don't got to. If you can make it to the hospital, go to the hospital. But if you got to ride it out, you'd probably be okay.
But you just said you
So-
don't go
so-
to hospitals.
I put it I put it to you like this. So, I use hunting dogs for pretty much everything I do.
Yeah, I seen that.
And I've had probably 20 to even 30 times that they've been envenomated by a water moccasin. My dogs. I mean, you can't avoid it. It happens. Some of my dogs now like hate the damn things and they look for them and they want to catch them and they get bit all the time. I've never brought any of the dogs to a vet. We give them at-home remedies and all of them are absolutely okay.
Old
afterwards.
school.
I have one dog that will get envenomated by a moccasin, be blown up, and I'll be hunting her the next morning.
Oh wow.
So, it's, we're led to believe, which it's not a bad thing to be safe, but we're led to believe that things are usually a lot worse than they are, and we and dogs aren't as tough as we actually are. I feel like we've grown soft, and that's one example of it.
I've always gotten the feeling that if you ever got bit by a copperhead or a water moccasin, you're good as toast unless you get antivenom.
From what I've seen, a moccasin is not as bad as a rattlesnake.
Oh wow.
I worry a lot more about my dogs if they're bit by a rattlesnake than if they're bit by a moccasin.
That's messed up because I have rattlesnakes in Houston.
And when I was a kid, I was always led to believe the opposite. I was led to believe that the moccasin was the real bad one.
Really?
But
So
from my experience, that's not the case.
Wow. Not what type of mentality do you have, especially that you do this for a living, right? Is it, I mean, these are animals that are looking at eating you. I mean, what type of mindset do you have to have?
Not really.
Really?
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put them in a defensive situation where you're trying to capture them, yeah, they're not trying to eat you. They're trying to mess you up so bad where you
Well, they're
stop,
invasive,
where you
so you
stop
have to
messing
hunt
with them.
them.
Absolutely. Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. We're doing our job. They're an invasive species. They're bad for our ecosystems, our wildlife, and like the iguanas, they cost our state millions and millions of dollars every year in the infrastructure damage. So there's a lot at play than even just our ecosystems. It's our state as a whole. And our native wildlife is already struggling so much.
Yeah,
Not
I
even
heard that.
inside the Everglades, from overdevelopment, too many people moving to Florida. It's everything. Habitat loss is the biggest thing we're dealing with in Florida, even more than invasive species. But when you throw invasive species on top of that, our natives, they're fighting for their life in these small areas that they're left with. And it's a recipe for disaster.
So you see it as a civic duty
Yes,
to
sir.
nature.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
get it.
that was the big passion to start with, And even still, it's I saw what was going on with the state, and I felt like I could help.
Alligators are native to here, so
Yes, sir.
You don't have anything to do with them. Any alligators get in the way?
So alligators, even though they are native,
Is that right? Alligators?
Yes, alligators.
Okay.
They're native, and they're a success story for us. They're on the brink of extinction. We've brought them back to the point where there's actually so many they need to be managed
Oh, really?
for the health of the alligator population itself, for the health of the ecosystem, and the safety of our urban and residential areas, because alligators will spill out into those areas and become problem
They'll end
gators.
up on golf courses.
Yes, sir. So, and it's even for the alligators themselves. You get too many alligators in an area, it's too much competition, and you get issues, health issues, all kind of stuff. And so we do help manage the alligators for the state as well. During our public land alligator season, we go out.
When's that?
That is August to November.
Oh.
It just ended recently. And we also help private landowners. What we do is we bring in a state biologist that works for FWC. He'll come in with us. We bring them around the property. They do a survey to see how many alligators are out there, and then they'll issue us so many tags to help manage those alligators on the property. We'll even go and collect alligator eggs. The state permits us to collect alligator eggs on some of these properties. And all of this is to help manage the population. It's very important.
Any crazy run-ins with any alligators?
Oh, yeah. You
got a good one?
Especially getting the eggs. So when we get the
Yeah,
eggs,
the mom's gonna be mad.
we use everything from airboats to helicopters to buggies and all kind of stuff. So it's usually like a wild operation doing it. And as we're digging out these eggs, which, keep in mind, they build their nest out of briars, gator vines, all kind of nasty stuff. And then the fire ants come in and they build a giant mound out of it.
Oh.
So you're digging in like a ant pile that's full of thorns and vines, maybe a moccasin. And as you're doing that, like you just take fire.
Covered in fire ants?
Like at the end of the day, you look like you have leprosy. You just got to take it because there's nothing you can do. You can't all day be doing this. So as you're doing that, one guy's job is to specifically keep the mama alligator off of us because the whole time she's trying to come back up and bite us to get us off of her nest. So, I mean, you can imagine it's usually a pretty wild scenario. Alligator coming up, sometimes it gets too close. We got to grab it, throw it back in the water, and all kind of stuff. Main thing I worry about alligators is my dogs. So I'm running dogs, and it's not even so much my python dogs or my iguana dogs. It's my hog dogs. So we could be doing a hog removal in an area where I've never even been, and these dogs could get miles away from me in the middle of gator country, crossing a creek, in a swamp, wherever.
I noticed you had GPS located on them. Yeah.
So that's always a big worry with me for the gators is,
And then they
is getting one of my dogs.
They have a cover around their neck.
Yes, sir. So they wear that protective gear to protect against the boar hog's teeth.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
And in Florida, you got to be careful too. People always ask me why I don't run the full vest on the dogs, and I just do the front cover. Florida, it's super hot, super wet, and that thick vegetation. My dogs will go out there, find the hog, and then catch it. So I don't have necessarily a dog designated just to catch the hog. And these dogs going out, doing all this exercise, running miles to find it, crossing swamps, getting in thick palmetto heads. They need to be agile, light, and they can't overheat. A full vest can actually be more dangerous for these dogs than not wearing a vest at all. So we actually custom make the leather bibs that they wear.
I saw that. Yeah.
And it protects, their neck and the front of their body, which is generally where they would get hit.
What breeds are these dogs?
For the hogs, I mostly run cur dogs. And then what I call like my do-all dogs, where they can do hogs, iguanas, pythons, raccoons, birds, ducks, anything. They're German wire hair pointers. And that's like my famous dog is Otto, who's a German wire hair pointer.
Oh, man. We'll get on Otto real quick, but how do you train? Do you train your own
sir.
dogs?
Oh, yeah. Me and my wife train all the dogs ourselves. She usually is working with them more at the house, laying the groundwork, and I always joke and say I take them in the field and teach them bad habits. And, sometimes it's a little bit of that, but, we do it all ourselves, and, we take pride in that. For us, your dog is going to perform better, and you're going to perform better with your dog if you've trained it yourself. You know how you guys work together. You know that dog better, and you build that bond.
Yeah.
That to me is crucial.
Yeah, by far.
Yes, sir.
So you've taught them, especially seeing the cool videos of Otto, right? You teach them. You've taught him how to spin in circles and shake the living garbage out of.
That's all him.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Which like I said, we teach the dogs so much, and it's really. You got to bring the talent out of the dog.
I like that.
It's more than the dog than anything, but the dog needs a good teacher to know what to do, what not to do. And, like the iguanas, for example, I don't teach those dogs how to dive in, catch them, run them down, any of that. They learn by failure. So I throw them in situations every day.
Throw them right into the deep end.
Where they can fail so much where then they get it right. And then they're like, this is what I need to do. This is what I not need to do. And with a dog, it's repetition. You got to do it 100 times. Otto was so good because I had him with me every single day. Yes, sir. I had him every single day with me for 5-6 years. He's been in every situation 1,000 times. And he knows when an iguana's running to that water, he can read like where he needs to cut it off at to stop it from getting in that water. Or if it gets under that water, he knows to dive in and try for that Hail Mary grab because he might get a piece of the tail. And it's all stuff like that that, for me, is what it's all about. Watching that dog learn on its own and do something badass is like,
dude,
the greatest thing in the world. It's the
Nuts.
greatest
Just
thing.
watching your videos and seeing what the dogs are, especially Otto, right? Rest his soul, right?
Yeah, appreciate
him and
that.
zigging and zagging.
Yes, sir.
And then after he finally, and mind you, he jumps right into the water. if that iguana or whatever ends up on land, he is relentless.
Yes, he is.
Relentless. And when he finally gets that iguana, he's spinning around in circles and shaking his head to say,
We call it the Canal Rodeo.
Yeah,
'cause
that's pretty
he's
cool.
Like a bucking bronco out there.
Otto, rest in peace, right?
Thank you.
You got 10 more like him.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got 10 puppies from him before he passed. Thank God. That was already a crushing blow losing him. We're still heartbroken over it.
No, you always treasure the memories.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%. Which we got a lot with Otto.
Yeah,
which is
you
great.
sure did.
It's great.
Yeah, I fell in love.
Yeah,
so.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And if we didn't get those puppies from him before that happened, I would have taken a break for a little while. Probably.
How's the puppies working out?
They are awesome. We got one of them here with us today. And
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. I kept 4 myself, and the rest of them placed close with my guys. And one of them's training to be tested as a champion, and all kind of cool stuff. So we're very excited to see what comes from them.
Do they have dog hunting?
Yes, sir.
Championships.
Yeah, for these breeds, a wire hair and a Drothar, they'll have different hunt tests and championships and all that kind of stuff.
Where does that occur?
That'd be a better question for my wife.
Oh, really?
She's more in all that than I am.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I like using them in the field. Not so
amen
much,
to that.
I like the
Amen.
real deal.
Yeah. Seeing the videos of your dogs do all that amazing stuff. I mean, it's and seeing the chemistry between your crew and Otto is just amazing, right?
Yes, sir.
It could not ring more tried and true. Man's best friend.
That's it. 100%. Yes, sir. 100%.
So, how many total dogs do you have now?
Too many. I honestly don't even know the real count. Somewhere around 20, over 20.
Wow.
But we use them all. They all have a job, and
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. They all, whether it be hogs. We usually have like anywhere from 2 to 4 hunts going out a day.
Oh, wow.
Not even just me. I got a good crew of guys behind me now where, we'll have usually like 3 boats going out, and each boat needs a dog. So, I have the mother of the puppies. That's an awesome dog for me that we have. And then we have Catfish is another iguana dog of mine.
Oh, you got names for all of them?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Trouble. And then I got a slew of hog dogs I use. And we always have some up-and-coming puppies we're working with, so.
And the skill level for each dog. Oh, you should take Trouble, or you should take Catfish.
Well, every dog's got a different personality. So Rogue, the mother of our puppies, we call
Rogue?
Rogue. We call, which honestly ain't a great name for her because she's so obedient and loyal, and we call her the Cadillac. I could send her with anybody, even if they've never worked a dog, even if they've never seen a dog, they can hunt with her. She just knows her job, knows what to do. She can almost like read your mind, She's just a very obedient, good dog. And Otto, on the other hand, you need to be a good dog handler to handle Otto. He is a live wire. You constantly reining him back.
Yeah, I noticed the videos.
He's,
Otto, get back!
Yeah, he's a freaking madman.
Yeah, you could tell.
So that's why I bred them 2 together. I felt like they complemented each other extremely well. And we're seeing from those puppies that we accomplished that. These puppies are like the best of both worlds. We're very proud of them. So, we every dog's got a different personality. I got another one, Trouble, that she's earned her name Trouble. She reminds me of Otto. You gotta watch her a little bit. And so we know, what dogs to send with who a little bit. But all my guys are good. They can handle themselves well.
It's funny, I see in your videos, right, that the dog is confident, goes right in, gets it done, right? And I also see humans Jumping in. Well, you got. Do you have anybody in your crew, or maybe people you've taken on tour, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, damn, this human being's acting a lot like Otto.
Well, one of our guys' nickname is Bird Dog.
Okay,
so,
bird dog. A person, a dude.
yes.
Okay.
But yeah, it is usually like, especially the summer days when we're out there. Me and or any of us, we're fighting over who gets to dive in. You know?
Oh, really?
It's fun, you dive in, you cool off, you get a cool hurrah moment, and but the clients get right in there too. I get a lot of.
I saw that.
I get a lot of clients come out that are like, I'm jumping on one a day,
I saw one particular video where like, make sure to grab the back of his head. Make sure to grab the back head. Nope, grabbed his head. And he's like, hey, don't pull back on it. We're gonna fish
with
that
the snakes,
sucker.
Oh yeah.
So there are a couple humans that are just like the dogs.
Yeah. Well, like you said, we get some people out there that are like, especially with the snakes, where they get so scared in that moment where like they can't hear anything and they're just like locked in like this, and sometimes they get bit, sometimes they don't. I had a little girl out there the other night on a python hunt. She came with her mom, all girls trip. Mm-hmm. And I could tell at the boat ramp that she was terrified.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, because they wanted her to catch one first. I'm like, please don't get bit. Because in my mind, if she gets bit, she's never leaving the house again. Like, it's gonna devastate her. And
I'm scarred. I can't go outside ever again.
Yeah,
I'm moving to Alaska.
Pretty much. She definitely would have never came back to Florida again. But so we got her out there. We found it was a good 8-9 foot python, and she didn't hesitate, man. Which that always impresses me way more is when someone's super scared and they overcome their fear and go for it. And she was young. She's I want to say 15 or something. And she grabbed it, but she grabbed it a little far back. And when you grab them a little far back, they can turn and bite you. Yeah. And you can hear me as I'm recording the video. I'm like, choke up. I was so scared that it was going to turn and bite her. Thankfully, it didn't. She got up a little bit further just in time where it didn't get her. But, I don't want someone to come out, be scared, and have a bad bite moment, and then it ruins snakes or the outdoors for them.
What I noticed on that one video where the I guess the tourist or whatever got bit on the hand, right? Is everybody's it's like a rites of passage, right? And when you get a bunch of guys together,
I think that was the one where they all had a couple drinks in them. Yeah.
And everybody's just everybody's laughing sort of, right? And it's a rites of passage. And you know how guys are. If you get a cut, people will go, oh, dude, I got cut. And we'll end up hitting it or throwing dirt on it, right? But describe to me, right? Obviously, you take and I'll probably hit you up next year when we have a Orlando race,
Awesome.
right? Where do you have a class session? Do you tell them the technique?
Oh, yeah, I talk to
Okay,
them
so-
before the first island, before we get out there. I'm like, all right, guys, this is do's and don'ts, kind of what we're doing. And then what I said is the two things earlier. Don't hesitate. Don't jerk your hand away if you get bit. If it latches on you, stay calm. I'll get it off of you. And then what I tell them, which, they usually look at me crazy when I say this, I'm like, when we get up on these islands and y'all feel comfortable, everyone spread out and get away from each other. And they're all like, what? I'm like, we need to cover ground. The more ground we cover, the more islands we can hit. And usually,
But I want you to hold my hand.
It takes a little bit. Sometimes I have people that are in my back pocket the whole night. Oh my God.
Are they tugging at your
yeah,
shirt?
if they could climb in my pocket, they'd be in my pocket.
Sorry, for us that don't know, you said it earlier, but what is a canal challenge?
A what?
A canal challenge?
Yeah.
So the canal challenge, you'll like this.
All right.
The canal challenge is something we started a while ago. So these eggs, when these people come out in the beginning of the year, it's breeding season, nesting season, and they're full of iguana eggs. And iguana eggs, where they're native to, is a delicacy. So we had the idea of suggesting to people to eat the eggs straight out of the iguana while they're out doing the iguana hunt. And I can't remember how it started. I think it was one of my crazy. I remember. Okay, we were on the side of the road with a flat tire. We got this video. Travis is nodding at me. We were on the side of the road with a flat tire. One of our buddies was driving by and seen us, so he pulled over. And he seen we had iguanas all over the front of the boat.
Yeah.
And one of them had a bunch of eggs pulled out of it where I was showing clients. And he's sitting there, we're bullshitting, and I'm like, $100 to eat that egg right now, because he's sitting there like, eyeing it. And
I'll give you $100 if you eat that.
And well, he did, and he ate it. I got on video, and it was funny. He's gagging and all that, and that's what kind of birthed it. So after that, on our iguana hunts, we would try to talk people into do it, and eventually, it's become a thing where we have custom leather patches, where when you come out and you do the canal challenge, and you don't throw up, you get a patch.
You don't throw up.
And I always tell them after they eat the raw iguana egg, I give them the patch that said, "Here's a patch to go with your tapeworms." I don't think you get tapeworms from them. But.
I don't think.
They always, after they eat it, they'll ask me or my guys. They'll be like,
any salt?
how many times have you guys done it? And we all tell them, we've never done that nasty shit. You're crazy, buddy.
Okay, real quick, right? Describe to me, all right, real quick, the let's say you there's a python right there in those bushes, right? And you got a guy that wants to, just like in Houston we have deer hunting, right?
Yes, sir.
And so, it's always great for your child to get their first deer, right? And you teach them how to go it, right? And in this case, we're out here in Florida, right? And what's the technique? What are the catching pythons for dummies, right?
Yeah.
What's the technique?
So if you're not real confident and it's your first time catching it, go for the head right away.
Where?
So a python's head, it goes skinny to fat, and then skinny back again. Their fat part is like their jaws, essentially. So what you want to do is you want to get as close to that fat part, those jaws, as you can. You're better off grabbing too far forward than too far backwards. Too far forward, you're going to wrap your hand around their head, their face, and they won't be able to bite you. Too far backwards, it's going to turn and
Wrap
bite you.
around and bite you.
So, basically you're choking up to the fattest part of its head. It's clear where their neck is. It's clear. Sometimes you can't always see the head is the problem. And if that happens, I would suggest finding that head. More than likely, that snake's not going to try to bolt from you. It's going to wait to kind of see what you're doing until you interact with it. If you just can't
interact with the python.
If you just can't find the head, grab the tail, pull it out into the open, and you do what we call the Everglades two-step.
Oh, elaborate.
The best way I could explain it is you're keeping the python's body between you and its head.
Oh, got it.
So, let's say the python is turning. They usually turn and come at you a direction. So if it's coming at you, let's say it's its body and it's coming at you like this, you step to the other side.
Oh, opposite, yeah.
If it's coming this way, you step to this side. And you can keep doing that in a circle, and that snake might strike at you, but you're using its body to keep that buffer where it can't get you. And you want to kind of see what its strike distance is. The more it strikes, the more it wears out. You probably won't even have to do that unless it's like an absolute monster. Usually you're just stepping back. Your average size python is 6 to 12 foot. And then you're tiring the snake out as it's striking, and you're waiting for your moment for that snake to stop coming at you, start to go away from you, to get away. And then you come up right behind the head and you grab it. And then here's the key factor that a lot of people won't warn you about, is once you grab that head, do not let go of that tail. Or if you only have the head,
because it'll wrap around you.
Grab that tail because it'll poop all over you.
Where's the shit come out of a snake?
Out of its rear end. Where does it come out of for you?
Obviously out of my ass, but I'm just wondering, is it midway or is
it's all the way
coming out of the tail?
Yeah, so you'll see where the body goes fat and then it goes to a skinny tail. It's right where it goes to a skinny tail. As it's cloa, or I think that's what it's called.
Is it pretty nasty?
Yeah, it's pretty nasty.
Crazier than human
It's
human
poop,
shit?
pee, musk. over the years, we call it the smell of success now. Because you smell like it, you've had a good night. You know?
What's the craziest thing you found inside a snake?
I was the first
Hopefully
person.
not a small child, but go on.
This is maybe not the craziest, but I was the first person to find. It was a scientific discovery that was published. An iguana inside of a python, which doesn't sound too crazy until you break it down. It's a invasive predator from one continent eating an invasive reptile from another continent on a whole different continent. So those two should never cross paths ever. And so it's the first case of a python preying upon an iguana, another invasive species, which is good. You know, if they're going to prey on anything,
Let
might
them
as well be that.
eat themselves.
But I've rescued 3 alligators from pythons. The biggest being a 7-foot alligator with a 14-foot python wrapped around it.
No shit.
The bundle was so big, it was right at the water's edge, maybe a few feet out. The bundle was so big, I bear hugged it. It was too heavy for me to walk all the way to the top of the levee. So I got it just out of the water, slammed it down on the ground. When I did that, the python started to
Unravel,
uncoil.
yeah.
The gator is unconscious, totally knocked out.
Oh, wow.
It was like getting ready to start eating it. The snake starts to unravel. I quickly grab its head. I have control of it, and I just kind of nudge the gator. And
CPR?
Not, I wasn't going that far. Nudged him, and he swam off. He came back to life.
That Mike over there is doing CPR on an alligator. What the fuck?
But yeah, it was good.
Any aspirations, right? You do all this hunting, right? And mind you, I would imagine, you know, it's a good rush. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And not only are you doing a civic duty of removing this invasive species, but it's still, in a way, you're hunting, right? Ever have any aspiration to like go hunting in the Africa or anything like that? No?
Not really. I don't know what it is. I think the combination of like, for me, it's like a little bit of a treasure hunt, searching for this stuff down here. You know, I get paid when I find it, and for me, there's just more of a purpose behind it, which I'm a hunter, don't get me wrong. You know, deer hunt, hog hunt, everything, bird, duck, all that stuff. But I don't know what it is. It's just I like everything in Florida. Like even shooting a deer out of Florida don't really do it for me. Shooting a nice Florida deer does it for me. I had an outfitter over in Africa invite me to come out for a week.
Oh, really?
Kill whatever, bunch of stuff. And for me, I'd rather spend the week off here running my dogs, catching hogs, and doing Florida stuff, which to me is awesome. Like that, I feel very lucky that that's what I want to do because I'm able to do it. Now, maybe taking my dogs out of state and using my dogs to hunt something out of state, like taking them on a mountain lion hunt or something along those lines. That, because it's with my dogs, interests me a lot more. Maybe that's what it comes down to. Maybe I just want to hunt with my dogs.
Your dogs is just anybody who owns a dog. The dog is family.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? When you can do things together as a family, that's what counts.
Years ago, when I really started to shift into like using the dogs for everything, I noticed that like in the beginning, I wanted to catch it. Like I wanted to catch the big snake. I wanted to catch, which I still got to catch the snakes. I wanted to catch the big iguana or the big Nile monitor. Like I wanted to be the guy to catch it. Now I just want my dogs to do it.
And the witness.
Damn, I taught him to do that. He's good enough to do that. Like that's what does it for me now. Like I feel like I've done a bunch myself. Now I want to see my dogs do it.
Witnessing Otto do what he did, right? And even most of your dogs, and I think you have a Helen Killer dog.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Helen, which is completely
She's a fan favorite.
blind, right?
Yes, sir. And partially deaf.
Partially deaf, and you trained her
Yes, sir.
quite well as well. I mean, just witnessing what they can do is amazing.
It is.
And you know what's funny? When I'm seeing Otto, and then I'm seeing you, I was just like, yeah. The dog, you can tell what the owner looks like by looking at the dog.
I know, that's what it's like, dude, me and this guy are starting to look alike. The beard, he's like kind of ratty and like skinny looking, like.
And I'm watching it, I was just like, it is true, the dog looks like the owner.
It does, yeah, absolutely.
You're, obviously you're going in the remote areas, right? what kind of equipment do you usually go out there? Obviously, you got the going out in the middle of nowhere. You got Nittos
Oh,
now.
yeah,
I would
absolutely.
imagine when you got that flat tire, it was definitely not on Nittos.
No, of course not. Of course
So,
not.
what kind of equipment and what crucial equipment do you have when you're going out there in the field, especially most of these remote places you go to? I mean, there are no roads. So
Yep.
what do you got done to your
Yeah,
truck?
I have a little bit of a lift on my truck. I got a F350. It's got a custom bed on it, flat bed with all the boxes and everything. Custom roof rack, which one of my guys helped build for me, and rigid lights on it.
So that way you can see everything.
Oh yeah, I mean it lights it up. All my boats rigged out with lights and.
What Nittos do you have on it?
I have what are they? I think the Terror grapplers they just sent. Yep.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I want to say, what did I have before that? I had Ridge grapplers. Yep. And yeah, we're loving them. They're awesome. Which some of these boat ramps I'm launching at, are sketchy as it gets. Like nobody uses them but me or my guys, and it's nice to have a good set of tires on those. Otherwise, we wind up in the water. And the lights, obviously, the tracking equipment for the dog is very important.
Yeah, I seen that.
Everything. I like a good knife. I always have a little pocket pistol on me, usually nothing crazy, a little 22 mag, but you got to kind of think of everything. Stuff to tie animals up, cages. I mean, my truck's outfitted with two permanent double bay dog box and then a Lucky Duck kennel in it where I can fit dogs.
Instead of the dog catcher, you have the
wild
Python
animals.
catchers.
Yeah, I mean, I can fit anything I need in it, any kind of
Wow.
animal, whatever. And I've put hogs in there, all kind of stuff.
And then obviously the boat ramps, you got your boat and all that.
Yep. So Prodigy just built me a new boat.
Oh, nice.
And it's sick, rigged out with lights and all that stuff. And it's custom built for me, where it has room for my air tanks for my air guns for the iguana hunts, and it's just low enough where it can clear all my bridges. We'll get under bridges that are like this high off the water, and you're barely clearing it. Most of the motors on my boats, the top of them are just scarred to death from some of these
from the bridges.
low spots we got to get under to get back in these areas. And just all kind of stuff.
What other interesting equipment you have on board?
So like when we python hunt, let's say during nesting season, we get out in the swamp on these islands, and because of the dogs, solely because of these dogs, we've figured out that these pythons will actually get in holes and nest underground inside of the island, where you would never have a clue that there's anything under there. These dogs will find these holes, get in front of them, and let you know there's something in there. We then take a camera. It's like almost a camera you use to snake toilets.
Yeah.
And we go down in that hole. We're able to locate where the
Snake
snake
enema.
is, where the where the nest is, and from there determine where we have to dig down. So we'll have shovels, pickaxe, axes, all kind of stuff like that. Dig down to the snake, wrestle the snake out. Usually get bit when they're underground.
Oh,
we
really?
call it Florida noodling. So you're digging through solid limestone to get to the snake. So it's not easy. By the time you get down to it, you're wore out, you're tired of digging, and this snake may slip off into another little crevice where you have to use your hand as bait, stick it down in there.
Here, you want to bite this? Come and bite this. Go ahead.
It bites your hand, latches on, and then you pull out with it, and then you have the snake. Which I've taken actually. I took out, who was it? I think it was Seek One. They're like a hunting production company, and most of these guys I bring out, especially for these hunting shows, they're a little scared. And this dude stuck his hand in there, let it bite him, did the full noodle experience, blood everywhere. It was nice watching someone else do it instead of me.
How many times do you personally get bit in a month?
Well, I've gotten better over the years.
I should hope so.
But sometimes I'm not that worried about it, to be honest with you. Sometimes I'm just in a rush or something, and it's not that big of a deal to me. If I'm trying not to get bit, I usually would never get bit. I feel like I've mastered my skills. But I will say
You
sometimes
are the Python Cowboy.
sometimes you're in a rush where even if you're throwing a snake in a bag or something and you're just doing it too quick, it'll get you on the way down. Or, you know, it could just be like a stupid, I've been bit through the bag. It happens once or twice a month for sure.
I thought, now you capture all pythons,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And you're free to do whatever you want with it.
Well, they have to be killed. They have to be euthanized. But yes.
Guaranteed because they're invasive.
Yes, sir.
The merchandise you make out of it's pretty cool. Like the Hey Dude
Yes, sir.
shoes,
Yes, sir.
amazing. You know, go check out his merch. It's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. PythonCowboy.com.
Yeah. What else do you? Here's the $1 million question.
Okay.
Does python meat taste good?
No, it's terrible. I put it like this:
It's horrible.
my hogs won't even eat it.
Really?
So my hogs, you know, I catch these hogs, these wild hogs. I put them in my pen and I fatten them up on iguana meat.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah, I saw that they eat that.
You know, we'll remove 100 iguanas a day usually on average. And the ones that have big enough, nice enough skins, we'll take the skins off, use that for leather, and then the rest of it is nothing goes to waste at all. It's fed to my hogs. And while the python skin is extremely valuable, that meat, and I've tried it numerous ways. I've had professional chefs come down, cook it, and everything. It is like chewing boot leather. It is because it's solid muscle and it's just all on these rib bones. You get a little strip of meat. And it's just
Just
nasty.
doesn't taste good,
It's no
huh?
good. I'll throw it in for my hogs, and they turn their nose up to it.
Yeah.
To me, that was a huge indicator. And your bigger pythons have high mercury content,
Ooh.
so it's
yeah,
not
you know
even
that.
healthy for you.
Yeah. Iguanas. Do you
Yes,
eat
sir.
those?
I don't eat them, but I have eaten them.
And
They're good. Yeah, they're
Oh,
good.
they're
It's,
good.
it's like a frog leg. It's
oh yeah, I like frog legs.
I always compare it to like a dark meat frog leg, kind of. It's not bad by any means, but like if you work at McDonald's, you don't want to go eat at McDonald's. You know, we're smelling these things dead and they're poop all day, and it's just not out. I'm not running home being like, "Hey, darling, fire up the grill. Let's eat some iguana."
Does it taste like chicken, like people say?
Yeah, I'd say it's more similar to frog legs.
Frog legs are good.
It's
I
like a
frog legs.
fishy chicken.
Fishy chicken.
Which I will tell you, some are better than others. I don't know if it's their diet or what. I usually suggest to people, if you're gonna eat them, and most people don't do this, is you peel the skin off. Usually the back legs is where the biggest bang for your buck is, unless you're doing a stew. But you cut the back legs off, peel the skin, and let those legs sit on ice, draining, not in water, but on draining ice for 24 hours, like you would like a wild game, you know? Let it bleed out the rest of the way, and it makes it 10 times better.
And Jack in the Box buttermilk ranch too.
Yeah, but buttermilk
okay.
ranch is always good.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
That's all you needed to say. We're all gonna do it.
Your hogs, you end up eating those too?
Oh, yeah, I eat hog all the time. Hog's very good. I like
Really?
hog. Yep.
Wow. Out in Conroe area, they were asking hunters to come out there, and they'd get paid to hunt hogs because they ruin.
Oh, yeah, they can be devastating.
Yeah, they
Devastating.
destroy yards.
Absolutely.
And when they multiply. My gosh.
So one fact about them that stood out to me I thought was pretty incredible is a hog can be a grandmother before 1 year old.
Oh,
A grandmother before 1 year old. So that's, they were having babies by 6 months old.
Yeah,
It's
buddy
pretty-
mine has
And they breed year round. There's no
Yeah.
breeding season.
And they multiply
Oh my
like
gosh.
crazy. They're like rabbits.
It's crazy.
It's
Can't keep up with them.
insane.
Thankfully, we don't have a problem as bad as Texas.
Yeah, Texas,
here,
we have a
but-
major,
Yes, sir.
major hog problem. Even
Major.
my friend who's got 400 acres, they just, no matter how much he traps them and shoots as many as they can, and their carcasses are all over his property,
Yes, sir.
the hogs aren't scared.
No. That's why I like the dogs. We get some of these gated communities and golf courses that will bring us in, or even, farms and cattle ranches. The dogs putting that pressure on them, which, a lot of people think the dogs, they're going to run off my deer. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. My dogs won't mess with your deer. They won't do none of that.
They're looking for the game.
Us getting those hogs out is going to bring in a lot more deer for you as well. So
Yeah,
it
true.
just helps. There's a bad stigma with dogs, but it's always just people not being educated on it.
Yeah.
But I'll bring my dogs in, and they'll we may catch a couple hogs that night, few hogs that night, and leave out of there, and it'll keep that pack of hogs out of there for a good little while because they remember I went in there and we had some dogs tear our ass up.
Python Cowboy was here.
That's it.
I don't think we should go back
That's
here.
it.
Fuck.
And them traps, they usually catch the smaller, dumber hogs. You never get the
Yeah, it's a big thing, and then it drops
and they
down.
learn. And when they see that happen, them hogs, they say pigs are smarter than dogs, which I, as a dog man myself, I don't know if I believe that. But they are extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
I can promise you that. I have a pet feral hog I kept. She was orphaned. I kept her.
What's the name?
Peppa Pig. And then I have another one, Wilbur, that's like 400 pounds. Yeah.
A hog.
A hog, yes, sir.
Horns and everything.
No, he doesn't have cutters.
Oh, really?
No. Maybe he's starting to get little ones, but no, not bad.
So the hogs that you kept or adopted or raised, are they like, do they feel like a pet or do they?
So yeah. They learn quick. Even the feral hogs, after I catch them, and if I have them in my pen for a while, which normally I'm trying to get them gone, but I always like keeping so many hogs just to keep up with all these iguanas we're killing, whether I'm selling the hogs
So
or
that way
not.
they can eat them.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to throw them in the trash, and it's a lot to keep up with. So like even those hogs, after so long, I'll come out there and throw iguanas, and they're not running from me. They're waiting on the iguanas, and they know I'm not going to hurt them or mess with them, so they'll hang out. And the two I've had for a while that I've kept as like rescues essentially. Yeah, I could let them out the pen, and they'll follow me around. I pet them. They're like a dog essentially.
Wow, cool.
They don't listen real well, but
I got one neighbor who's got a pet pig, and she walks her pig around the
Yes,
neighborhood.
sir.
It's like, oh wow, look at that,
yes,
cool.
sir, absolutely.
So, animals, you love them, hunt them, that sort of thing. Have you ever? Got you here. Obviously, we're here at the McFarland Fab Shop.
Yes, sir.
And we're having 2.4 hours of the mullets, right?
Okay.
And it's I believe 100 lap race,
Yes, sir.
right? Have you ever raced a car ever?
So I always say no. I always say I'll jump on a gator or a python, but I'm scared of going fast.
Really?
Yes, sir.
So if let's say the next 2.4 hours of the mullets, and mind you, these aren't fast cars. They're basically
I'm in.
stuck. And Cletus goes, "Hey, Python hunter,
Yes, sir.
You want to go race 100 laps for an hour and a half at 2.4, 2026, 2.5?
Am I driving or riding?
Yeah, you're driving.
Whew, I don't know about that one.
You'll be driving. You'll drive an hour stint, and then you'll have another partner that'll maybe he hunts lions or something. So you got the Python Cowboy and the Lion Cowboy in one car, and 100 laps. You'll probably do only 40, 50 laps. Are you in?
I'll do my best not to crash.
So
I don't have a very good driving record, but
oh man,
yeah, that sounds awesome for sure.
yeah. So no racing at all, just one with nature, especially going on a boat from Florida to South America nonstop.
Yes, sir.
Well,
Not big on heights, not big on going fast, but I still climb trees and I'll still race. So.
wow. I wanted to ask, would you ever go hunting in the Amazon?
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Especially we're going for like an anaconda or something like that. Absolutely.
Have you ever ran into an anaconda? Ever?
No, we don't really have them in Florida like that.
Oh, you don't?
No. I've been around a big one during helping film for a TV show, but it was like a pet.
Oh.
A big like 15, 16 footer.
But if you were invited to go hunt anacondas, would you do it?
I would.
Would your wife be down for that?
Probably. So she was actually a state contracted python hunter along with me.
Really?
Yes, sir. She was one of, I want to say that was when they hired 25 more. So she was one of 50 python hunters working for the state.
Wow, it's a happy couple hunts together.
That's it. That's it.
One thing off the side, real quick. In one of your videos, I believe it was your daughter was just like, "Daddy, welcome home, welcome home," and then as a present, you go, "Oh, here, honey, here's a little snake."
That's the best for her.
And she's playing with
Yes,
it,
sir.
and,
Yes,
setting
sir.
a next generation, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
And I thought it was very, it's not your traditional where it's like, Daddy, how was work? Oh, well, I brought you some
That's
more.
why she comes to me. She's like, "What'd you get today?" Every time. I love it. It's awesome. It is. She's just as into it as me. We had her on her first gator hunt by 6 months old.
I noticed a lot of the
we
tours.
almost sank that night in a lightning storm.
I noticed at a lot of your tours, right? It's a family affair.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yes,
know, they
sir.
bring their kids,
Yes,
and
sir.
you provide an environment where it's safe, where they can
Yes,
do that.
sir.
In fact, one of the things I was thinking about was, don't go to Disney World. Go to Python Cowboy if you
That's
want to have a
right.
good time.
That's right.
Don't go
Yes,
to Disney
sir.
World. Go to Python Cowboy. He'll
sir.
show you a good time.
We'll show you the real Florida Disney World.
Hey, Mike, you did say you have a snake here, right?
What?
I have a full body mount snake, 14-footer. It's not alive. I have a live white throat monitor.
How big is that?
Like almost like 5-6 foot.
Where is it?
Can we put it around Ron later?
Yeah, you can hold it. I don't know if you want to put it around him, but you can hold it. For sure.
No, take him out.
How many pounds is this?
That is probably like 20 pounds or so.
After watching his videos, I'm gonna
You'd be
one
fine.
of-
It was somebody's pet at some point,
Uh-huh.
and it escaped and it was living in the wild for I don't know how long. I caught it,
Uh-huh.
but I can tell by it. Don't get me wrong; it's not totally friendly by any means.
Uh-huh.
It wants to tail whip. It might bite, but it's not like a wild Nile monitor. Like you can hold it. It's not like it's going to be going absolutely insane.
Oh, nice. No, I'm
We
in.
got insurance, I hope.
And then I'll bring the big freeze dried python.
you brought the
that-
head?
that bit me.
Oh,
I have it
nice.
over there too.
We'll get some BTS footage and we'll clip it in right now if that happens.
Yeah, I'm in.
Cool.
In fact, I'm when we come back, where are you based out of?
So I live in Indiantown. It's just outside of Okeechobee, but I operate all over South Florida, down in the Everglades, the whole East Coast. I do a little bit on the West Coast.
Okeechobee. Where's that located? On the east coast side of Florida?
Lake Okeechobee. It's right on like the northeast western tip of Lake Okeechobee,
Gotcha.
the big lake in the middle of the
We're
state.
definitely gonna have to hit you up when we go to.
It's like a straight east shot from here, essentially.
Oh,
Maybe
really?
a little south, but yeah.
Like 2-3 hours.
It took us 2 hours and 15 minutes to get.
Oh, not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
That's it. Come on by.
thank you for coming by
Yes, sir.
by the podcast. Your stories are amazing. Your testimony and your adventure that just keeps giving
Yes, sir.
is just so intriguing. You know what I mean? And you're doing a civic duty to Florida wildlife.
Doing our best. I appreciate you having me on for sure.
And I don't even know your dog, but I miss Otto. You know, an amazing dog.
Yeah, that always means a lot to us for sure. To see how people, reacted and reached out, it was definitely touching.
Keep up the good work, and I hope to see you next year. And I'm gonna jump in that water.
And that's it. Appreciate it. I'll jump in that race car.
Well, I'll make sure to bring it up with Cletus because I think bringing somebody on the outside in, I think that's always a good thing. And
Absolutely. That'd be cool. I appreciate
it was a
you
pleasure
thinking of
talking
me.
with you.
Yes, sir.
So don't hit the table, right? But I'm hitting the table.
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah. That's the latest episode with the Python Cowboy of Let's Be RONest. I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to have different, obviously, we're fueled by the enthusiasts, but it's nice to have something on the outside like Python Cowboy out here. And that concludes our latest show with Python Cowboy. Be sure to like and subscribe on Nitto Tire or drivingline.com. Other than that, I'm out. Let's be RONest. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah.